Welcome back to the channel, BTCC family. I hope everyone's having a good week. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be first updating you on all of the latest campaigns, giveaways, trading competitions going on my favorite exchange, BTCC, and there are a bunch of really cool ones, so you definitely want to check out that. And then I'll be diving into another copy trading tutorial. So I'm going to explain exactly what copy trading is, how you go about it, how you can profit from it, and most importantly, I'll be assessing the latest leaderboard, because the board of lead traders, it changes almost daily. A trader that was hot last week and making people tons of money, he's not hot this week, and a newbie trader no one really knows about, then all of a sudden he's exploded up to the top of the leaderboard. He's making his copy traders tons of money. So I'm going to go show you how I assess the leaderboard, how I analyze all the different metrics, how I choose a lead trader to copy. Now, there are timestamps down below if you want to skip around to certain sections of the video, and if you do want to sign up for an account on BTCC and get up to $10,000 in bonuses that can be used to cover things like trading fees, trading losses, and you definitely should. This is my favorite exchange, so you should create an account. Then use my link at the top of the video description area. And now just a quick history of BTCC in case you're not familiar from my prior videos or you're just not too familiar with this exchange in general. So they're currently the number 35 biggest spot market exchange in the world, so a top 40. And on the future side, they're even bigger. They are the number 20 biggest futures exchange in the world, so a top 20 tier 1 right there. And then as mentioned in the beginning, yes, BTCC is available in the USA. I'm in the USA. I can use it. No VPN, no KYC is needed. Fully available for users in the USA. They're also basically available for everyone else in Canada and everywhere else in Europe. The only place they're not available at this point is the UK. But the bottom line is they have all the licenses needed. They are registered and everything. Now, how are they registered? Well, it ties in with their history because they have been around since June of 2011. That makes them the second oldest still operational exchange in the world. They are older than Kraken, they're older than Coinbase, they're older than Bitfinex, they're way older than the newer exchanges like Binance, Bybit, OKX, etc. The only exchange that is older than them and still operating is Bitstamp, but BTCC has a way older, way more coins listed on it. Additionally, BTCC has a perfect security record in those 14 years. No hacks, no security incidents, and in the age where Bitforex is going belly up, in the age of FTX, Mt. Gox, Quadriga in Canada, all those exchanges have gone belly up. A perfect security record over a long 14-year track period. That is very important. Additionally, BTCC has a huge selection of coins on the spot side. They have over 300 different spot pairs available for trading. On the futures side, they have even more, over 380 different pairs. And if you're a futures guy, and you should be, I am myself, they offer massive leverage, 500x leverage on some of the bigger coins like Bitcoin, Solana, Cardano, etc., Ethereum, and then up to this 50x leverage for some of the smaller cap coins. This is some of the widest leverage options I've seen of any futures exchange out there. Now let's dive into the trading competition's current campaigns first and foremost. So the biggest one going on right now, and if you want to sign up for any of these, again, the links are at the top of the description area right there. So the biggest one going on is featuring Jaren Jackson Jr. He's an NBA basketball player for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's played 7 seasons there, has made 2 All-Star games, one-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. He averages 22 points a game. So this guy's a star. He's in the top 15, top 20 best players in the NBA. If you haven't heard of him by now, you should have. So learn the name, Jaren Jackson Jr. He's also known as a smart guy, and he's interested in cryptocurrency. So he's a new ambassador / partner of BTCC Exchange. And to kick off the partnership, they are launching, or they are in the middle of, a big futures trading competition featuring Jaren Jackson Jr. So this is open to anyone. So if you haven't signed up for an account yet on BTCC, first you're going to want to use the second link, create an account, and then after that, use the first link to go to the trading competition page. That's this right here. If you already have an account, then just click on the first link. It takes you to the campaign page. You have to click register now to enter. So again, sign up for an account first, then you have to click register now. It's a futures trading competition only. It is not spot. Now, there's a $500,000 total USDT prize pool, and then 6 signed Jaren Jackson Jr. jerseys will definitely be given out as part of this competition. Now, of the $500K prize pool, $400K is part of the futures trading volume part of the competition. That will be given out to the traders who have the highest volumes. They trade the most. And then $100K is given out as part of the profit rate part of the competition. So let's do the profit rate first. That obviously goes to the most profitable traders. Now the 100K USDT will definitely be given out. First place, here's the leaderboard right here. First place, this guy, he has a monstrous profit rate return of 31,000%. He will get 25% of the 100K prize pool if the competition were to end right now, so he'd get $25,000. Second place person is going to get 20%, $20,000. It's currently this guy with a $16,000 profit rate. And then third place gets 15%, and it goes all the way down to the top 50 most profitable traders get a share of that 100K. It's your percentage that you get of the 100K scales down proportionally to the number 50 place person. They get around 0.15%, something like that. Now, the futures trading volume part of the competition has, as mentioned, a max $400,000 USDT total prize pool, which gets unlocked in $10,000 increments according to the total trading volume of all the contestants in this trading competition. The more everyone trades as a whole, the more the share of the $400,000 we unlock the prize pool for everyone. So it's kind of like a collaborative effort. Really cool. So currently $100,000 of the $400,000 has been unlocked because we have a total trading volume amongst everyone of $4.5 billion. When we hit $5 billion, $120,000 will be unlocked. $5.5 billion, $140,000 will be unlocked until we hit a max $15 billion total trading volume, then the full $400,000 will be unlocked. And I expect when September 21st rolls around in a few days, we'll be much closer to that 400K figure as part of the prize pool. And here is the leaderboard. It's done a very similar way. The first place person gets 25%. So if it ended today, he would get $25,000. That will be higher. The second place person, it's this guy right here. Currently, that's his trading volume. He gets 18%. Third place person, currently they've racked up $120 million in volume. He would get 15%, and then it goes on and on until the top 50 people all get a share of that max $400,000, and then the place you are in the top 50 goes down proportionally. The share you get until number 50 gets around 0.016%. And additionally, as mentioned at the start of the video, 6 signed Jaren Jackson Jr. jerseys will definitely be given out as part of this event. They'll be given out partially according to people's individual trading volume and partially at random. So the way it works is you have to hit $100 million USDT in total futures trading volume. Once you hit that, you are entered into a raffle. And then 3 winners will be drawn at random from the trading volume leaderboard participants. And then 3 winners will be drawn at random from the profit rate leaderboard participants. Additionally, there's something called the JJJ, Jaren Jackson Jr. Glory Badge. If you land in the top 100 in both trading volume and profit rate, then you automatically can claim a Jaren Jackson Jr. Glory Badge, up to 200 available, 1 per participant. Now, as for the other current campaigns that are going on BTCC, there are some good ones. They are always listed right here towards the top of the main exchange website, BTCC.com. I will summarize some of the better ones for you here. This one's pertinent to this video here. It's the copy trading loss program. If you open up your first copy trade on BTCC, and when you close it, it's a losing position, the exchange will cover the first $50 of that loss. Pretty cool. It's basically free money if you ask me. Similar to that, there's the first futures trade protection, the first futures trade loss program. If you open up your first futures trade and when you lose it, it results in a loss. Again, BTCC will cover the first $50 of that loss. Can't complain at all. Then there's the first crypto deposit reward pool. If you create an account on the exchange and then make a deposit of $200 or more within the first 7 days of creating an account, and BTCC will give you $10 cash back. Pretty cool. And then there's the Buy Crypto with Visa MasterCard reward program. If you deposit $400 with the Visa or MasterCard, BTCC will give you $10 cash back. And finally, there's the Hot Coins Trading Week. So the current week, round 12, just finished, as you can see, and there isn't currently a new round going on right now, but they do these things regularly. They've already gone through 12 weeks, as you can see. So by the time you're watching this video, we might be on to week 13 or week 14, week 15, so stay tuned. But the way this works is there are certain featured trading pairs in both futures and spot markets. And then if you trade any of these pairs to cumulative trading volumes between both spot and futures within these thresholds between $20,000, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, or $500,000, that's your total trading volume of the specific pairs, spot and futures, then you get a certain cashback reward, $5 through $30. Now on to the copy trading tutorial portion of this video. And copy trading, if you're not familiar with, is not only very popular on BTCC, but it's very popular on pretty much every exchange that offers it. So what is copy trading? Well, it works like this. There's a leaderboard of lead traders, we call them. These are real traders who are trading on BTCC with their own money, and then you can look at a bunch of different metrics and stats about their trading performance. It will show you their gross P&L up or down in the last 30 days. You can see their P&L percentage up or down in the last 30 days. You can see the coins they are buying. You can see their win rate on trades, the percentage of trades that are winning trades versus losing trades. You can see their hold times. You can look at their volume. You can look at the number of copy traders that are copy trading them, and you can see the copy traders' performance. Is their P&L up or down, and by what amount? You can see the total assets under management for those lead traders. Then you analyze all those metrics yourself, and then you decide, based on your analysis, which lead trader you want to copy trade. Once you make that choice, then your trading portfolio basically just goes into autopilot. And you can tweak some settings, but basically you automatically start making the exact same trades as them. So if they open up a BTC long, you're going to open up a BTC long. If they close the BTC long, you'll close it as well. If they open up a Solana short, you open up a Solana short. So to start copy trading, you're going to go top center copy and then futures copy trading. So in case I didn't mention it, copy trading is just for futures trades. It's not copy. It's not spot. It's just futures. So I'm going to click on that. Then I'm going to close out of this. So I'm going to scroll down. So here is the leaderboard. You can either view it in sort of graphical representation, which is the market board tab, or I like to click on the all leaders tab. It just gives me all the traders sort of in numerical order like this. So we're currently on overall ranking tab. So this is BTC's secret sauce. They assign an overall ranking, and this changes like every day, every hour, but they assign a ranking first place in their leaderboard, second place, third place, fourth place, based on their secret sauce, which takes into account a bunch of different metrics, such as each trader's P&L percentage-wise in the last 30 days, is it up or down? Their gross P&L in the last 30 days, what's the dollar amount it's up or down? The percentage win rate, assets under management, number of copy traders copying them, the coins they're trading, etc., their volumes, and then, it just gives them a ranking. So you can either just do it the easy way and choose the first place person and the second place person and start copy trading them, or you can dive into it a little more. This is what I like to do, and I like to really analyze each of these metrics and come to my own conclusion. And as you can see, a number of the traders on the top 10 or 15 overall ranking board only have like 5, 7, 19, 23 copy traders copy trading them. So they're newer. That doesn't mean that they're bad, but I want a trader with a lot of lead experience. So like a lot of copy traders copying them, preferably a higher assets under management. I don't want a trader trading only $83 or $327 in their own money. No, I want them to have skin in their game. But the first column I always look at is win rate, okay? So you can see most of the win rates are between like 45 and 50%, a few outliers. And then if we go to page 2, it's much of the same thing, 45 to 50%, pretty much everyone. If we go to page 3, much of the same thing, pretty much everyone is 45 to 50%. Somebody's 92%, but he's only trading $1,700. So I'm going to go back to page 1, and then clearly we're going to look at these two outliers. This person has a win rate of 90%. He's trading a decent amount of money, $20,000 of his own money. This person has a win rate of 94%. He's trading $98,000 of his own money. So they both have a lot of copy traders copying them, 329, 1,200. And then this person here, technical trader is his name, 86% win rate. He's $13,000 of his own money. I'd prefer more, but he has 226 people copy trading him. So those are the three traders based on their win rate that is just so much higher than everyone else that I am going to hone in on. So first, let's click on Phantom Hash's profile and get a more detailed analysis. Now, here's how I would analyze him as a lead trader. Okay, the first thing I look at is these things up here. So he has a 10% profit sharing ratio. That means 10% of all the profits you make off copy trading him, you pay to him as a commission. If you don't make any profits, you don't pay him anything. That's why copy trading is attractive risk reward ratio. Usually it's either 10 or 15%, so you want a lower. He's 10%. That's good. He has a lot of experience. He has been trading for 535 days as a lead trader on this platform, and they've only had copy trading for about 2 years. So he's been trading for most of that year and a half, 2 years. He has a lot of experience. 571 total people have been copy trading him. Now let's look at his P&L. I'm going to do gross P&L. On the 7-day, he has made $9,600 profit. That's pretty good. Then on the 1 month, he has made $37,000 profit. That's good because he's making like exactly $9,000 per profit on average for each week of the profit. I want all their profits to be spread out evenly throughout the month like it kind of is here. I don't want just like one big spike at the start of the month based on one good trade and then everything else is just flat. And then if you click on the 3 months, he's made basically the same as the 1 month, $43,000. So it looks like he's done most of his trading in the last month and week. You can see, so here's the 3-month chart. It looks flat, like pretty dead the first, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months, then everything's here. So it's weird. He's been trading for a year and a half, but he was, over the last 3 months, he's only been active the last 1 month. And then if you look at his volume, that confirms what I'm saying. You can see the first month and a half, 2 months, no trades, but then the last month, heavy trading volume. Now let's study his impressive 90% win rate or hit rate, I like to call it, in more detail. So on the 7-day, he has opened 3 total trades, and then 3 of them have been profitable. 100% hit rate in the last week. Pretty impressive, but it's only 3 trades. Let's see in the last month. So he's opened 16 trades. 15 of those 16 have been profitable. Very, very impressive. And then on the 3-month, it's probably going to be close to the 16. Yeah, he's opened up 22 total trades. 20 of them have been profitable. So it looks like he's been active for like the last 5 or 6 weeks, something like that, not just the last month. And so he overall in the last 3 months, 90.9% of his 22 total trades are profitable. Very, very good. It's not a ton of trades, but maybe you don't want a ton of trades. Maybe you just want 22, like 6 or 7 a month. What is he trading? So in the last 7 days, he's opened up futures positions in mostly Solana, a little bit of Bitcoin. In the last month, he's opened up positions in Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, those 3 pretty much evenly divided, and then a little bit of Ethereum. And then in the 3-month, it is basically the same. And then if you click right here to his followers, let's see, his recent followers, yeah, they're all in profit. This guy's $5,900 in profit, up $900 in profit, up $247 in profit, up $174 in profit. So in conclusion, Phantom Trader doesn't trade a ton of different contracts. He's not a high volume trader, and he's only really been very active in the last 5 weeks. If he was active in the first like year of his year and a half as a lead trader, we just don't know. We don't have that history. And then he doesn't trade that many different coins, only about 4 coins, but he has a very high hit rate, meaning he's a lower risk trader. You have a good chance of being profitable with him to the extent we just don't know. And obviously one slight negative is he's only trading with $20,000 of his own money. You prefer it to be higher, but now let's look at the next trader, BlackRock. We're going to click right here, and the advantage of him, he's trading with $98,000 of his own money. So first, we're going to go up here for BlackRock. He has a 12% profit sharing ratio, similar to the last guy's 10%. He's been trading for 290 days, about 9 months, so not as long as the last guy's a year and a half, but still pretty long. He has experience. And look at this. He has 3,000 people copy trading him. So for whatever reason, more copy traders are interested in copy trading BlackRock, probably because he's more profitable than the last guy. I'm also going to guess it's because he's a more high volume trader. Copy traders like their lead trader to be entering and exiting a lot of different positions. So we'll see if I'm right. First, let's look at his gross profit over the last 1 week. He's up $700, looks mostly flat. On the last month, he's up about $12,000, pretty good. On the 3 months, he's up $103,000. And what I like here, we'll follow this green line, the $103,000. The gains are mostly give or take spread out over the last 3 months. Obviously, in the last week or two, it looks kind of flat. He hasn't really been trading that much, I'm guessing. But other than that, there's gains in pretty much every month, roughly even, give or take. So that's what I like. Now, we're going to look at the volumes to confirm that. So the 3-month volumes. So yeah, it looks like the last 2 weeks or so, he hasn't been trading that much for whatever reason. Maybe he just doesn't think the markets are good. Other than that, he has very high volumes over the rest of the 2 months. Now let's look at his impressive win rate, which was about 90%, similar to the last guy. So in the 7-day, he has placed 15 trades. 13 of them have been profitable, 86%, very good. In the last 1 month, he's placed even more trades, 74 trades. So he's placing about 20 different trades per week. Of those 74 trades, 70 have been profitable, 94%, very good. On the last 3 months, he's traded even more, 490 different trades. 437 of them are profitable, 89%. So this guy, bottom line, he's just a very high percentage trader. I think he opens up positions, it sounds like, when you buy it on dip type of positions or shorting at the top. He's just a very good swing trader, it looks like. And then what kind of positions is he opening? Well, last week, Ethereum mostly, a little bit of BTC, Last month, Ethereum, and then a little bit of Bitcoin and Sol, and then in 3 months, Ethereum. So this guy is an Ethereum trader. He is dominating the Ethereum markets. So in conclusion with BlackRock, he's an Ethereum expert. He pretty much only trades Ethereum. This could be considered a good thing or a bad thing. Most people would consider it a disadvantage. Why? Well, for the reason is this. Obviously, Ethereum has been red hot for most of the last 3 months. It hit an all-time high a month ago. So this guy, BlackRock, his gains are obviously coming from him opening leveraged long positions on Ethereum. And in the last 2 or 3 weeks, ETH has been flat. So BlackRock's returns, as you saw, were very flat as well. On the other hand, a plus side is it looks like he didn't open nearly as many positions in the last few weeks. So it looks like he did accurately sort of call the top on Ethereum. And I also like how he wasn't rushing in to enter positions with other coins like Bitcoin or Ripple or Solana that he isn't obviously as confident with as Ethereum. Now we're going to look at the third trader with the really high win rate. His name is Technical Trader, 86% win rate, only $13,000 assets under management, not as good as the $98,000 that BlackRock has, but he still, it looks like he has a lot of people copy trading him. So let's look at his profile in more detail. 10% profit sharing ratio, that's on the low end. He's been trading here for a little bit over a year. He's been a lead trader, 3 to 93 days. He's had a total of 565 people copy trading him over those full 1 year, 13, 14 months. So he has a lot of experience. Let's look at his performance over the last week, month, and 3 months. Over the last week, he's up $11,000. It's pretty hot the last week. But over the last month, overall, he's up only $9,000 less. So as you can see, the first 3 weeks of the month, he was mostly in the red or kind of flat. And then he just had some big winning trades in the last week to make up for it. And then on the 3 months, he is up $16,000. So not that much. But you can see here, it's a little better than you think, because over the first month and a half, he was pretty much up for the most part. Then he appeared to have one big losing trade right here. But then since then, again, he has been slowly creeping back up, and his portfolio is up overall. It's back up to where it was at this position right here. So he's mostly profitable, had one big losing trade. Let's look at his win rate. Over the last 7 days, he has placed 25 trades, and 19 of them are profitable, 76%. Over the last 1 month, he has placed 45 trades, 32 of them have been profitable, 71%. Over the last 3 months, he has placed 278 trades, 83% of them are profitable. So he's a pretty high volume trader, not quite as high as the last guy, but much higher than the first guy. Trading volume over the last 3 months, so yeah, he's been pretty active over the last 3 months. It looks like he opened some really long positions here. He's mad bullish on something. We're going to look at that just in the last few days. Now, what is he buying? So you can see in the last 3 months, he's been trading mostly Doge and Ethereum, a little bit of QTUM and Bitcoin. In the last 1 month, mostly Doge and QTUM, a little bit of BTC. And then in the last 7 days, he's gone big on this QTUM position, which he was much smaller of in the months prior. And then he's also very big on Doge. So it appears that's what's accounting for this big volume spike here in the last couple days. Long positions on QTUM and Dogecoin. QTUM is a $200 million L2 on Ethereum. It's a layer 2 blockchain. Then if you look right here on his history of his positions, you can see a bunch of Dogecoin longs and QTUM longs that he has entered and still has ongoing in the last few days. So this guy is mad bullish on those two projects, which have nothing to do with each other, a meme coin and an L2. So in conclusion, Technical Trader, the third guy we just studied, he had one big losing trade. Other than that, he's pretty profitable. His overall hit rate, 70 to 80%, are not as high as the other two guys, closer to 90%. Plus his $13,000 assets under management, not that great. So he's pretty good as a lead trader, but not like perfect on all fronts. Of the other two, so the middle guy, BlackRock, yeah, his hit rates were unbelievable. They 90%, etc. He has the highest assets under management by a lot, 98,000, but he's only an Ethereum expert. So I worry, what if, Ethereum, I think frankly, Solana is the hot coin right now. I don't necessarily think Ethereum is going to keep up with Solana. So that might affect my decision right there. I wish he was just more kind of astute at a few other coins, like 3 to 4 coins, not just one. So Phantom Hash is the guy that I like. He trades about 4 coins in equal proportion to each, so he's very diversified. If one coin doesn't pump nearly as much as the other 3, that's not going to affect his portfolio. 90% win rate. He is pretty profitable over the last month and a half, and he's been trading for a year and a half, the longest of all of them. He has 332 people copy trading him. $20,000 under assets under management. I wish it was a little little more, but overall, he checks the most boxes. That's why he is #1 on the overall leaderboard by BTCC. So this is the one that I would copy trade. So you want to go to the right side, you're going to click copy. Again, click copy for Phantom Hash, the person I've chosen. Now, fixed margin versus proportional margin. I like fixed margin. That just means put the same amount in each trade that you copy trade of them, regardless of, how much conviction they have in the trade, or regardless of how much conviction you have in the trade. So you put like, I don't know, $50. Max copy trade margin. This is the maximum amount you are willing to invest in all the trades of this lead trader that you copy. Once you reach a maximum, like $1,000, $2,000, then you just won't enact any more trades copy trading them. So you put something in there. Copy ongoing positions. This means you want, if they have current open positions, you want to just immediately copy all those. I would untoggle that. I just want to copy trade the future positions. Now click on advanced settings. So you're going to definitely want to make sure auto update is toggled on, which it is. This just means you want to copy trade all of their positions going forward, which is kind of the point of copy trading. If you want to eliminate any specific coins that they trade from your copy trading of them, you can click that. I don't really see the point in that. They're the experts. So now, take loss per order, you can kind of just leave this blank. Take profit just means if a certain trade you copied by them reaches a certain amount, like 30% profit, you just want to end that trade regardless of whether they've ended the trade or not. I don't really think you need to do that. Stop loss, this means like if a certain trade is in loss, say like 15%, then regardless of whether they've closed the position or not, you want to then close that position automatically. You can do that. Once you fill all the settings in, click copy trade now, and you are good to go. And that's it for this BTCC copy trading video. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Now remember, there are timestamps down below in the video description area if you want to go back and skip around to certain sections. Additionally, as mentioned, if you want to sign up for an account BTCC, you haven't yet, use the link at the top of the description area. That gets you up to $10,000 in bonuses that can be used to cover things like trading fees, trading losses, etc. You can save a lot of money, particularly if you're a high volume trader. And finally, if you want to sign up for any of the campaigns I discussed in the beginning of the video, then again, use the links at the top of the description area. That's it for now, guys. Drop a comment down below. Ask any questions about the platform. I will try to answer it. Hit the like and subscribe button. I will be back later to do a video. Ben Cripp signing out. Catch you later.